Hey there, welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. And we're back today to be doing the show series we've been doing for the month of July called Those Great Bands with Two or More Lead Vocalists. We have an excellent band today, but before we get started on that, I'll just let everybody who hasn't watched any of this catch them up to speed a bit. So basically what it is that I've chosen 31 bands over 31 days of July that have at least two lead vocalists, in some cases 3, in some cases 4 or 5, right? And we're just here to talk about their lead abilities, what we liked, didn't like. Some of them, in some cases, there are a lot of harmony vocals involved, but that's not a prerequisite to get in here, because there are bands who do great harmony vocals but basically have that one lead guy. So we're here to talk about the lead guys today, and it has to be 2 or more. So the band I've chosen to do today is April Wine. It's an album that I have a collection of. So for me, April Wine has 2 distinct periods. The first period, which featured Jim Clench and Miles Goodwin were the lead vocalists, although Miles, of course, did much more of the vocals than Jim did, but he did do that one classic April Wine song, Ooh What a Night. That was done by Jim Clench on vocals. So I think Jim Clench's voice is not totally dissimilar from Miles Goodwin. It might be a little smoother. Miles can kind of rasp it up a bit at times, but generally speaking, I think they're not too dissimilar in sound. In fact, up until maybe a decade or so ago, I'd always thought that Miles sung Oh What a Night, and then when I started really listening to music a lot closer, I said, that doesn't really sound like Miles Goodwin too much. It has some similarities, but it sounds like a different voice, and then I found out it was Jim. So anyways, I included Jim in this list because of that. Now the other era of this band, which took place from I think the First Glance album onward, they at that point Brian Greenway joined the band as well, and he took over some lead vocal parts as well. His voice isn't as powerful or as strong as Miles Goodwin is, but he does do vocals on most of the albums from there on out, at least while they were still the classic band. So probably somewhere First Glance album I think was 76, and then the last kind of band album where they classic lineup of the band was still in effect was I think 1984, and then they did do an album in 86 with Miles and Brian, mostly for record obligations. But so Brian Greenway consistently sang a song or two, I believe, on every album after that period of time, and I think he's a good singer. I don't think he's a great singer, but Miles did the bulk of everything on that, and he's a fantastic singer. He has one of those distinctive voices, very smooth, but can really rock it when he wants to. And for today, I think my hat comes off for the boys in April Wine from Halifax, Nova Scotia, who got their big break in the Montreal area and became one of the classic rock bands of the 1980s for Canada. Actually, it goes back really to the Guess Who days. They were kind of rivals too, right? But some good vocalists in this band, some good lead vocalists. Jim Clench, great vocalist. Miles Goodwin, fantastic. And Brian Greenway, really good singer as well. And so I figured April Wine has got to be on this list. Even though Miles is the main guy, they had to be on this list for those vocalists as well. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Those Great Bands with 2 or More Lead Vocalists, and we'll come back tomorrow for another look. And I'm not sure what day this was, though. Is this the 22nd or 23rd? Let me look at my list here. Yeah, this is the 22nd. This is the 22nd. So this is day 22. We'll be back with day 21 tomorrow. Have another interesting band. And you should see now we're getting more into more recognizable bands. Not that these bands were, but you know, the common person doesn't remember April Wine, I don't think, anymore. And unfortunately, they may know a song or two by them you heard on the radio, but they don't really know who it is. But that's what we're here to do, is change that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, so please like and subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode. Take care.